Wait, it's Sunday, isn't it? Right. Well, welcome back, guys, for another weekly recap video. And as you can see, I changed up the angle a bit, and this is because I want to work on my articulation with my hands, and this way I have a bit more room. Also, I hope the next video will be better quality, because someone actually suggested to me to use my phone to record, which kinda weird that I didn't get the idea myself, but so I bought a tripod for that, and probably the next video I will do with my phone, and so video and also audio I think will be better with that. And also so I will talk about what I did this week, but because this week I pretty much spent every day talking to people, to random people on the street, so I don't think there's so much just talking about exactly the different things I did, because I didn't do many different things. So I wanted to get a bit into what I talk about with people when I interview them, and yeah, what questions I ask and what I want to learn from it. And yeah, so when I talk to people randomly on the street, first I did it because I actually wanted to ask very specific questions and hoping to get a overview of the market, and I still do that a bit. I ask, what do you not buy because you think it's overpriced? But I realized that not many good ideas come out of it. Like, it's in general electronics, clothes, sometimes organic food. So not many good ideas come out of it, but I still ask it, mainly because an introduction to the interview, because people kind of see the relevance in the question, like, oh yeah, well, if I say something that then you could create it just cheaper, and then people would buy it. And also, usually when I start the conversation, I say it's for a project and I want to see whether it's possible to start a business without having the next big idea. And I did this because, well, first of all, it's kind of true, I do that project, but I stopped introducing myself with saying I dropped out of college, because I realized, especially with older people, that doesn't come quite well, and so it's a bad start for a conversation. Like, if the people during the conversation start asking me questions and ask why I do this and what I want to do with this, then usually I say I dropped out of college, but I don't start the conversation out with saying that. And that's something I learned from just talking to different people and starting out with this. So what are other questions I ask? For example, if you have spare time, like on the train, on the bus, what do you do? If you are bored, what is the first thing you grab or do? What are the two things that you do most and either like or dislike? What is something you do daily and don't enjoy it? If you could design your perfect life, how would it look like? And who would you want to be if you could choose anyone? What development or trend would you stop if you could? Are you happy with your life? What are the moments you are most happy or most unhappy? And you kind of see that these questions are very open and not very specific. So I ask these because I really want to get to know the person, and I want to learn what drives people and what makes people do what they do. Like, if they study, if they work, if they have this specific hobby or this specific thing they like, why? Why do they like it? Why do they do it? Why did they make that choice? And so that's why I'm asking more these open questions. And what I'm really looking for is like seeing if someone reacts. Like, if I ask what do you do most and don't enjoy it, and then an answer comes right away and something, and then I try to go, okay, why, and what is it specifically about this thing? And So I try to build on the answers I get, and as soon as I notice that this person is passionate about something or really wants to talk about something, then that's what I'm gonna explore, and I'm not gonna say, okay, fine, next question. So yeah, some other questions. What are your ambitions in life? Like, if everything goes according to plan, where do you want to be? And then I think a much more interesting question is, are you working towards that goal or towards that dream or towards that perfect life you have envisioned? Because, like, depending on the age, of course, like younger people's often like pop stars or football players or something, and for older people it's more like having a job they enjoy in general and having more free time for their family or for traveling or something. And then asking, like, do you think first it's achievable, and then if it's achievable, are you working towards it? And if not, why not? And if yes, like, how are you working towards that? So getting very personal, and I just recently started doing this, so I don't have much to share about this yet. I hope I will be able to talk about like the exact things I'm gonna learn from it, and I definitely want to share that then. But I feel like yeah, I have to talk to more people to really get a feel for it. Like, these are the questions I ask, and like I said, I really want to get like more personal with the people I talk to and try to figure out why they do what they do, not only seeing what they do. I mean, I could ask, what's your favorite hobby? What do you work? What do you study? What apps do you use? But for me, that's not so interesting as the step before that, like, why did they choose to do that? So yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. And also what I want to learn from this is, like I said, it's not only the answers I get, it's not only that I speak to people and get to know why they do it, but also just approaching people and leading the conversation, and like, conversation and communication in general is a skill I learn, and I also see how I come across. Like, I always ask what they think about the interview, what could I do better, and what do they think about me, and so I can really adapt according to that. And also it's some kind of networking, because obviously that was not the goal I had when I did this, but I kind of realized it because, well, first I met a founder of a website, I think I talked about it, and I have his contact now. And also, like, I met 2 Chinese people, and one of them offered to help me. So one day this week I met with him, and we had lunch, and then we went out and interviewed Chinese tourists, because in Heidelberg there are a lot of Chinese tourists, and they don't speak English very well, so I always had problems approaching them and getting them to talk to me. So he helped me with that, and it was not only very interesting but also very fun, and got to meet a new person. So yeah, I mean, if you talk to a lot of people and you're just curious in them, I think that will naturally come out of it. And I think this will wrap it up for this week. Also, as you can see, I changed the format of the title of the video, because I think just changing the word 1 week at a time is not a good title. It's too vague, and so I will try to, like, put the topics of the talk into the title. And that's everything for now, and see you again. Peace!